Hello second years. Just before I begin correcting Thursday's homework, I just want to go over the last part of question 3 from Wednesday. As a couple of people pointed out, I did make a mistake going a bit too quickly. So let's just fix this here on part D. I filled into the formula correctly, but then when I added my -8 and my +6, this of course should have been -2, not -3. So my final answer should have been -5 over 2. Okay, -5 over 2, you can leave it like that, or -2.5 would be another way of writing the same thing. Okay, let's take a look at the homework corrections so for Thursday's homework. And again, apologies, I had assigned question 6 for homework, but we hadn't actually taken the notes on how to do that kind of question. So you'll be having it for homework tonight. And hopefully you all saw my message to say that you didn't need to attempt that. So question 4, excuse me, we're asked to write down the slope and the y-intercept of the following lines. Let's look at them here. Y equals 3x minus 2, y equals 1/2 x plus 5, y equals minus 2x minus 1/3. And we want to write down the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is the number that's in front of the x coefficient, including its sign. So the slope here is 4/5. The slope here is 3. The slope here is 1/2. The slope here is -2. So hopefully that was nice and quick for you, if you knew your definitions. And then my y-intercept. I said we don't have to write down the point, so you can write it either in the form y equals, or you can do 0, the y value. So this is y equals 2, y equals -2, y equals 5, and y equals -1/3. Excuse me. Okay, now for question 5, you have to do some graphing. And we had looked at how to do that. If I have the line y equals x plus 2, what do I know? I know that the slope is equal to 1 and the y-intercept is at y equals 2. So how do I graph that? Well, I need to draw my axes. I'm going to leave enough space so I can do the other one as well. I need to draw my axes. You just need to leave enough space for whatever you're drawing. So how far up do I need to go? I need to go up as far as 2. In part B, I need to go up as far as 5, so I'll give plenty of space. We'll label the line up as y. If you label it, it helps you remember how you're going to plot your points. And the line across is x. So I'm going to go in 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to plot this, I first do in my y-intercept. So that's the point 0, 2, where y is equal to 2. And then my slope. So my slope is 1, which means that the rise over run is 1 over 1. Every time I go over 1, I must go up 1. Every time I go over 1, I must go up 1. I don't need to keep doing this. But you can see, if you do a few of them, you can really see the line starting to take shape. Over 1, up 1. Doing that once is sufficient. And then we join the y-intercept to the other values. And you don't have to stop at the 2 points that you have. You'd have a very short line if you just did this. Lines, of course, go on forever in both directions. So if we draw like that, that's our line. And it's good practice to write the formula of the line next to it, like that. So that's the line y equals x plus 2. The second line that we were asked to graph was y equals a half x plus 5. So now my slope is a half and my y-intercept is at y equals 5. I'm going to plot this on the same axes to save me the time of drawing it out again, but I'll do it in a different colour to make it stand out. So it's going to go through the y-axis at this point up here, and that's the point 0, 5. And then my slope, my rise over run, means that every time I go over 2, I must go up 1. The slope is positive, excuse me. So I must go over 2 spaces, and up 1 space. Over 2 spaces, and up 1 space. And that brings me to that point there. So then I can use my ruler to draw a line through those 2 points and keep going. I'm going to keep saying this because people do have a tendency to stop their lines right at the point. So lines go on forever in both directions like that. It's my second line, and its formula is y equals a half x plus 5. So that's what my diagram looks like at the end. Now, if you did it on separate diagrams, that's okay, of course, as well. Okay, and that was the corrections of the homework. You will have question 6 tonight for homework. I won't go through it now. Thank you.